which is going to not only win in Nevada, it's going to sweep this country.
Sanders has either won or tied in every primary contest so far, putting him as the national delegate leader. We have some political panel today that are going to join us. Joseph Pinion, a Republican strategist, Erin Elmore, a Republican strategist, and Kathy Aru, a liberal analyst. So, Joseph, what's your take on this coming out of Nevada?
I mean, look, we've been saying it for a very long time. You've got Joe Biden. He's the grandfather driving very slow in a single-lane highway, and he's got a log jam behind him while Bernie Sanders is playing his socialist flute, leading the children over the cliff in the Democratic Party with him.
Erin, what's your take on it so far? We're now through Nevada. We're coming up on South Carolina. We got Super Tuesday looming. Where are we at?
Bernie Sanders is what happens while every kid is getting a participation trophy. Let's face it, This is pretty terrifying for both Democrats and Republicans because we already know he's not a Democrat or a Republican, but he is not going to win at the big show in November. So if you look at the polling, Gallup poll, not very friendly to Republicans. 51% of independents in key swing states are saying no way to socialism. 53% of voters nationwide, no way to socialism. And Bernie's voters don't show up. If you look at New Hampshire quickly, is his turnout down by 50% since 2016, and Trump, an incumbent, up by 24%, is telling.
Yeah, enthusiasm does win elections. But Kathy, I got to tell you, I keep making this point over and over. The leader of the Democratic field at this point is not a Democrat.
I know. I'm so glad you said that because I called his office. Is it independent or Democrat? They said independent. So he is an independent, and he put out a tweet a couple days ago that said, this is to show you, Democrats and Republicans, but you said you're a Democrat. So even Bernie's confused with what he is.
What's interesting here is I think the Democrats are in a bit of a meltdown. It's hard when you're getting called out by Bill de Blasio. Have a look at this tweet. And hey, Pete Buttigieg, try not to be so smug when you just got your expletive kicked. You know how we form a winning coalition to beat Trump? With a true multiracial coalition of working Americans, something Bernie Sanders has proven he can do, and you haven't. Dude, show some humility.
Clearly, hide your wife, hide your kids, because Bill de Blasio has spoken, the worst mayor in the history of New York City, so clearly the election is over. But look, there are a bunch of Democrats out there who are getting paid a lot of money, who keep telling people, hey, we're going to rebuild the Obama coalition. Well, newsflash, you cannot rebuild the Obama coalition without Obama on the ballot. So unless they're going to change the Constitution and put Barack Obama back on the ballot, or get Michelle to decide she's going to run for president or vice president, good luck. So we're looking at this situation right now where you have Democrats have a socialist leading the fray. It was very telling that at the last debate that we had Democrats who wouldn't actually admit the fact that, hey, the person who gets the most votes is going to be the person we support because they all know.
But Erin, you've got the former vice president who says he's going to be the comeback kid. He said, I'll come in second, which I don't understand is a winning strategy.
Right.
In Nevada, he did. But he thinks he's actually ultimately going to win.
But as Ricky Bobby said in Talladega Nights, if you're not first, you're last.
Yeah.
And here, he's pretty much last.
Great movie. Good reference, by the way.
Nice. But you got to realize, this is his swan song here in South Carolina. He better really bring the heat because otherwise it is over for Joe Biden.
And that's true, right, Kathy? He has to win and definitively in South Carolina.
Yeah, but what was so interesting was that at the end of it, Warren took most of her time to criticize Bloomberg. Bloomberg was talked about by everyone. Bernie won, but everyone started talking about Bloomberg. They are so afraid of Super Tuesday. It's so interesting. They're getting ready for Bloomberg.
Should we say a prayer and hold hands and say, please, God, bring us Bloomberg?
Oh, my gosh.
I think what's going to be fascinating is Tuesday night, they have the Congressional Black Caucus on Tuesday night. Will have their debate there in South Carolina. It's going to focus them there in South Carolina. Then you've got that vote. And then a couple days later, you've got Super Tuesday, where more than a third of the votes are actually going to happen. So I really appreciate it.
That's when the fun begins, when Bloomberg's in.
At the end of the day, you're sitting there. The majority of African-American voters who are older, who identify as moderate or conservative, their number one priority is who can go toe-to-toe with Donald Trump. They thought it was going to be Biden. Now they're running like rats from a burning ship.
Everyone's
because
going to Bloomberg.
Money talks and fourth place finishes walk.
That's right. All right, Joseph, Erin, Kathy, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so
much. Pete, up to you.